The shocker himself went to China. They did not like him. Hasan went to China. It did not go well. But here, we're gonna look into this. I do also have some more information. He was also seething that people know Asmongold and there's Chinese clippers who clip Asmongold and translate his like clips to Chinese. There's also plenty of, I think, Red Note people on Red Note saying that he is not welcome there. So there's that. He is seething on Twitter. He was one guide by an account below like sub 1K account, sub 800 account. So that was funny on Twitter as well. That man is it's so over. Imagine getting ratioed by an account that doesn't even have 1,000 followers.
So Mr. Hasan Piker went over to China, and we're getting some amazingly hilarious displays of his hypocrisy. Starting with Hasan defends Chinese security police harassing him for a meme on his phone. Quote, America is worse, unquote. Making this even funnier is there's also a clip of him, like, in the US.
See, the thing is, he loves China, right? He says he loves China. Okay. That means he is pro-choice, pro-life, right? Because China is not very happy with, with abortion. He is anti-LGBTQ, which, to be fair, he's Muslim, so he is anti-LGBTQ naturally. He has no issue with, to be fair, he has no issue with, it's probably guaranteed that he has no issue with mass surveillance, right? But the most important parts are, he has no issues with not being able to have abortions, and he has no issues with anti-LGBTQ stuff. So that's interesting. This man does not even know what he stands for. There's probably some other things that's like hypocritical that he says he loves about China, but he's actually pro that when China is against it. I don't know.
Saying ACAB about police, but then glazing the CCP police. But let's start with this clip. Oh, also, let me mention, whoever posted this clip sped it up a bit, and I think it's actually better that way. You know, Hasan sometimes takes a very bizarrely long time to make a cohesive point, if it even ends up being cohesive anyways. So at least this helps us get through the clip in like 2 minutes as opposed to 4 or so.
They thought, so that thing that we went to, okay? The flag raising ceremony is not, it's not in focus. Hold on, I'm gonna fix it. The flag raising ceremony that we went to is not a thing that white people normally go to, right? It's not normally something that like white people attend, right? And I assume that they are probably extra attentive and extra careful about people coming to you know, do some fuck shit. Like, there's a reason why, for example,
what does his shirt look like? Like a cigarette packaging, anyways.
There were Chinese nationals on each other's backs, right? But I knew that like if we did it, we would get called out by cops. Because like by and large, especially like the government is aware of like how they are perceived, or how much like you know, anti-Chinese propaganda exists out there. And I think the older people are also aware of it as well. But I think the younger populations in China are, ironically enough, less aware. Like the younger normies are less aware of the animosity that exists, which shouldn't exist at all, obviously, but unfortunately does. And it's almost entirely one-sided, entirely designed by America. But yeah, we're white. So as foreigners in China at this.
Oh, suddenly he's white. He's transracial. He can't just pick and choose what race he is. Suddenly he's no longer a brown Muslim. Suddenly he's white. Weird. That's a bit odd. All of a sudden he's white. Transracial Hasan.
Like national event rather than an international one, where, as you guys noticed, like they didn't have any like foreigners there at all. He thought he saw something on the phone. He thought he saw something on the phone, like he thought we were like making a mockery, you know what I mean? They didn't realize that we were swagged out white boys who love China.
You are a mockery to China. Because at least China has values. At least China. They may stand for things. I may not agree with what they stand for, but they at least are consistent in their stance. You are not. You change like a flag in the wind. Depending on where the wind comes from, you will change your direction. It does not matter. I mean, right now, we have just discovered that you are transracial.
Are you being careful with your words? No, I'm just telling you like it is. Like they thought they were being extra attentive to make sure that, you know, no one is making fun of Mao or anything like that, or the ceremony, and that's what they were that's what it was. It's normal for police to take a close look at foreigners to make sure that white people don't do stupid shit. Yeah, it's just it's a cultural difference, and also they just don't want anyone to pull a fucking Logan Paul or anything like that. How was it resolved? What do you mean? We just like talk to him. We just were like, no, that's not, you know, we're not doing that at all. We're just here to experience the event. You know. I told you it would end up in jail. You got lucky this time? Yeah, okay, calm down. That's not, you're being ridiculous. This is actually one of the things that I want to show Americans in general, because like people have this like false assertion, false notion that it's people have this like false notion that it's like they will arrest you for a meme or whatever. It's not like that at all. Okay, calm down. It's funny because like I've dealt with cops at this point all around the world, as you guys know.
No, but they kill their actors. They kill their actors. Like if you didn't know that, if like an actor's too pretty, too attractive, they will force them into like being less attractive. Otherwise, they will kill you. The more you know, like this is not a joke. There is a weird growth in numbers when it comes to actors falling off of buildings in the same region. That's weird. Just recently there was a chance that an actor's dogs were eliminated, and then he was eliminated, and there's a chance that he was even raped. That's China for you.
So as far as like cops that I've dealt with all around the world, you know, European cops in France, American cops, just European cops in other European countries, and even Japanese cops as well, I will say that it's not even remotely up there. The further west you go, the worse cops get, the more aggressive they get. America being the worst one out of all of them.
So I guess Hassan is suddenly identifying as a white man all of a sudden. That's interesting. And I love how he defends the CCP police, being super concerned that he might have had a meme on his phone that was offensive about Chairman Mao. But then they realized that he was actually a Mao glazer, so they were fine with it.
I wouldn't use America, but I would use the UK. Did you know that in the UK that asking somebody to speak English is considered a hate crime? Like, no joke. The more you know. There's literally a clip out there of a policeman saying that you can't tell that to people, that it might be considered a hate crime.
And Hassan doesn't see how ridiculous that is, to have police going after people for memes. Making it even crazier is how Hassan will sit there on his stream complaining about other political leaders being cults of personality, but then he's totally fine with the Mao worshipping by the CCP. It's such an overt double standard. And you know what? Let me add on to the point that I said right before that one, regarding how Hassan doesn't see how absurd it is for cops to go after people for memes. I think he does understand how absurd that is. Like, if this happened in America, he would make a whole long tangent on his stream about it. Maybe
it's because you can't see. In America, you can say fuck Trump. In China, you cannot say fuck whatever Chinese political leader. You cannot say fuck Mao. You can't do that. You're going to jail. What are you talking about? Nobody's going to arrest you for saying that in America, but they are going to arrest you for saying something like that in China. What are you talking about? You absolute imbecile.
We have like a highlight video about it, but because this is happening in China and the CCP is doing it, he's just, you know, trying to excuse it. And then we have Hassan when a US cop wishes him a happy new year. ACAB. Hassan when a Chinese cop detains him and searches his phone for 10 minutes over a meme. They were just being extra attentive to make sure we weren't making fun of Mao. It's completely understandable since we're white.
Honestly,
oh, this place is good. So,
honestly, I think.
Like a shout out. How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Peace. Happy New Year.
Happy you too.
ACAB.
Wasn't this a black man? Hassan, are you racist? That's racist. It's all cops. Even black ones? Interesting.
thought he saw something on the phone. He thought he saw something on the phone. Like, he thought we were like making a mockery. You know what I mean? They didn't realize that we were swagged out white boys who
White. Mm-hmm. Y'all are white. Even the chat says it. Yeah, white. Shut the fuck up.
love China.
Bro's making a mockery of himself with these double standards and also just calling himself a swagged out white boy who loves China. I mean, who the frick says that, dude? Oh my gosh, Hassan. Bro, what is wrong with you, man? And I guess he doesn't stand by ACAB, right? Because it's supposed to be all cops, but he's gonna pick and choose which ones it applies to. Not that I would ever expect Hassan or people like him to actually be consistent. Here's the part of his stream where he gets apprehended by the CCP police. I guess whoever's recording is showing the meme here. You can see this is like the Chairman Mao meme. And so the cops are going to show up in a second. You'll see them on screen. Well, actually, you won't, because you see them for a brief second before it goes black. And the reason it goes black is because the cops don't want this recorded. So they also don't want you recording it. And Hassan and his associate just completely comply. And then, as you know, after this happens, he goes on to defend the cops and what they did here. You know, real ACAB move, right?
Roger, you seen this?
Oh, yeah.
Look. Yeah.
There's a reason why we don't see anything. And I think that's funny. Now we can speculate. Hassan was arrested.
Okay.
So yeah, you can hear the cop says something like, don't record, and the other person's like, okay, just like, you know, takes the camera away. We only have audio now. And there's not much to go off from the audio here, I don't think, so let's just kind of skip through this. And there we go.
But my internet is not so good. Okay.
Holy smokes, the quality.
We'll
On your
back. Okay.
the internet on your phone isn't
We're
good?
back. We're back.
Where's
Bro, that's crazy. That looks like found footage. Lost footage.
waiting for Will to get out of the bathroom now?
We're back, peace. Dude, if this happened in America, he'd be raging right now, just like screeching. But here he's like, oh, peace, everyone.
Peace, everyone. Cops China.
Oh my gosh, this is perfect. Cops all angry. Cops China. Whoa, they're so amazing. It's really amazing how such a simple meme so perfectly shows Hassan's hypocrisy. I mean, this meme alone just annihilates so much of his rhetoric. There's so
much of his rhetoric just gets annihilated because he shocks his dog, to be fair. And because people can literally pull out old clips of him lying, when he said he grew up broke, and then he said in previous clips he said he grew up affluent. Like, shut the fuck up, bro.
double standards with this guy. From, like we talk about routinely when Hassan comes up, his hypocrisy of claiming to be anti-capitalist but living an extremely lavish capitalist lifestyle.
Champagne socialist, by the way.
And perpetuating capitalism by said lifestyle. And then this. Oh yeah, ACAB, guys. Whoa, the Chinese cops are wonderful. They're just protecting Mao. Which again is like the other double standard about the cult of personality thing. I mean, how does he not see these contradictions? Or maybe he does, but it doesn't matter to him because his viewers don't care. Somehow they act like they're the most intellectual people on the internet, while simultaneously not seeing how terrible their points are and how many contradictions they have in their own rhetoric. It's like astonishing levels of zero self-awareness. If lack of self-awareness was an RPG class, they would be like reaching into the prestige class levels at this point.
If lack of what did he say? I'm retarded.
Zero self-awareness.
If lack of self-awareness were currency, he'd be the first trillionaire on the planet. If lack of self-awareness could solve world hunger, we'd all look like the people in WALL-E. That's what we look like.
Lack of self-awareness was an RPG class, they would be like reaching into the prestige class levels at this point. This comment's funny, knowing the context of what happened after this. It says, karma at its finest. He always bragged about how great and superior the Chinese government is, and now he's getting what he always wanted, being monitored and possibly censored. But as we know, he went on to defend this behavior. The only question that remains is how those cops even found that Mao meme on his phone anyways. I don't know if they were looking at his phone for something else and then they saw that, or if Hassan or one of the people he was with maybe had the bright idea to show the cops that meme. And then they were like, hold on a second. Yeah, let me see that. You know, and then they were all concerned. Realistically, I could go to Hassan's like VOD and try to find that part for myself, but I'm not trying to sit through a Hassan VOD. Absolutely not. These clips are enough Hassan for me. Anyways, this was a really fun one to make. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hilarious stuff in my opinion. Like I said, hopefully you enjoyed too. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I look...
Well, you know what I think. It's funny. It's hilarious. I don't like this man. And it's very apparent of how many videos I've reacted to showing that I don't like this man. He's a hypocrite. He loves to lie. He wants to act like he's with the working class, like with the middle class, with the lower class, with the poor. But he's really not. He's really not. He's just virtue signaling. He's a champagne socialist. How many charities has he done? He loves China when China loves putting Muslims into camps. They love hunting down LGBTQ people. They love right. He's like pro LGBTQ, pro Muslim, pro abortion. Oh, but when China cool. They are against all of this, but they're China cool. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.